What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video we're going to be talking all about landing pages, which are very important for MaxBounty when you're doing affiliate marketing, when you're doing CPA stuff. They're very important. They're optional. You don't need to use them, you're not required to use them, but they do help you a ton. So I'm here at my MaxBounty kind of campaigns, search results, looking at some new campaigns to promote. But before I do that, I just want to show you like maybe a quick refresher. What is a landing page and how it works. So we have a person here, right? A user that's surfing perhaps Facebook, right? So this is Facebook ads. And they basically see an ad and they click on the ad and they get to the landing page. Now the landing page might have a quiz. So why don't we put that here? It might be a quiz. It doesn't need to be a quiz, okay? It's an optional. It could be a quiz. It doesn't need to be a quiz. It could be just a page, right? But they are very important because what is the landing page? What is the purpose of the landing page? So the purpose of the landing page is to pre-sell something. Okay, it's like, you know, in sales and in marketing, there's a whole, you know, if you think about what is the purpose of marketing, the purpose of marketing is to kind of hold your hand through the process, right? It's like some people, they may look at your product, but they may not buy it. So when they see it again, maybe they see something else. They might, you know, watch a video and then they will buy. So there's a whole steps. It's not like you show them something and they do it. Yeah. Some people will do it, but that percentage is small. If you are, you know, explain to them something along the way or, you know, hold their hand a little bit longer, there's a high chance that they're going to buy it. So here we have Facebook ads. We have a landing page. Sometimes we do quizzes, and I'm gonna get to that, why we do it and for when we do it. And then this redirects to the offer. This offer is located on the merchant side, so we don't have access to all of this. So this is, I was doing some Facebook ads, event management, so I have this there. But this is essentially a purchase, right? They look at the offer and then they purchase. We're going to discuss why a landing page is important, the two types of landing pages, how to create a landing page, and a bonus that's going to be talked about at the end of the video. So definitely stay tuned until the end of the video to get to the bonus. So we were checking out this diagram. Landing page is very important. A lot of people don't do landing pages for CPA because they feel that, you know, it's extra work. They don't need to do it. So it's first of all, when you're doing Facebook ads, you know, your chance of not being banned are very slim. Right, so your chances of being banned are relatively high when you don't use a landing page. You know, Facebook hates people linking directly to the offer. Now, Bing ads, they're a little bit more lenient. Google ads, they're somewhere in the middle. Still, you know, yeah, with Bing ads, you probably don't need to use it a lot of the time. But I will tell you, you know, as an experienced marketer that has been doing this for a long time, 99% of the time, a landing page will convert better than a kind of a non-landing page, right? So one thing is, like, obviously, you know, you have to look at it. If you're doing CPA, you know, you're gonna have a very kind of, you know, crappy landing page, right? A lot of these landing, like some will be good landing pages, but some will be like crappy. So it really pays to do a landing page. The other thing about landing pages is you have more control, right? You can collect emails, right? You can actually have somebody go on your website, right? So this landing page, you can have a quiz, and then you can have an email opt-in form, right? So it's like you can have a quiz or an email, or even an email, right? So yeah, so you can have a quiz that goes to the quiz here, or you can have an email opt-in, right? So this would be something like an email opt-in. And obviously, if you don't have a landing page, you cannot collect emails, right? So an email opt-in. So let me show you an example of one of the landing pages that I did for a home improvement offer. So I have some pages here. So here's a landing page that's for a home improvement offer. So I basically went to MaxBounty. I typed home improvement, and actually home I think home remodeling or something like that. I don't even know if that offer is still there, but it was a couple of months ago I was running this offer, home makeover. Let's see if that pulls up something. Okay, here we go, home makeover, right? So I don't know if this was the exact offer I was running, but it's very similar to this offer. And so what I did was I basically created a landing page. When I just put some text on there. Now you could put an image there to make it better, right? You can even look at the. You could basically, what you want to do is you want to go to the landing page provided by the merchant, and you want to load up, and you want to take notice of the colors, right? So you have these really soft colors. You have light green, light yellow. You have some blues in here, and what you basically want to do is I use a tool called digital color meter, and that basically allows me to go anywhere basically on the screen and then copy and paste it, right? So what I do is I go here and then I go to color, copy color as text, Shift Command C, and that's gonna copy this hex codes. They're called for the individual color. So then I can go ahead and design the landing page. Okay, so in this case, I have a very, very simple landing page. Obviously, I could make it a little bit nicer. I was just testing it. And in this example, I have a quiz, and I also believe I even have an email opt-in. That's called a squeeze page, that I also collect emails before redirecting them to the offer page. So let's go through this quiz real quick. How long have you owned your house? 1 to 5 years. So you have some sample questions, and I do have an email opt-in. Now, sometimes you can even do like skip this and just go directly, but in this case, I want to collect their emails so that I could sell them and offer, send them new offers or new products or services, because now I already got this person. So when you fill this out, right, you could put whatever you want. Whatever you want, you could do this. And what happens is this gets redirected to a thank you page. This thank you page is now, okay, they finished the whole process. We got their email. And now basically we're directing them to click here to continue. Now, this will redirect them to the offer. I'm not going to click this because I don't want my stats to be messed up and all that. But typically, if you click this, it will get redirected to the MaxBounty offer. And so on this thank you page, I went a little bit beyond. I created like a green, call to action button. I have an image of a house. I just basically got that on Google. This is like a royalty-free image. And that's pretty much all you have, right? So this landing page basically serves two purposes. Well, there's like actually three purposes, right? First of all, it pre-sells it. Now, obviously, like it doesn't really pre-sell it, right? If you go, it's a very basic. So okay, I'm not gonna say it pre-sells. It doesn't really pre-sell. It just says, hey, win X dollar home makeover grand prize. To enter, please tell us more about what kind of home. So it does three things. One, it pre-sells. Kind of weak at this point, right? Because the purpose is not to pre-sell, but the landing page can pre-sell. Number two, it basically qualifies the person, right? This is the purpose of quizzes, because I cannot just say, hey, you won. Because if you tell people you won, they will get a little suspicious, right? Well, you can't even say you won. If you say something like, hey, enter for a chance to win, they might get a little suspicious. And we need to qualify the people. We need to say, hey, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you owned your house? What do you want to renovate? Why do you want to renovate your home? Which sections of the house need to be renovated? And then we say, great job, you finished the quiz. Please let us know how to contact you if you win. And this is the third thing about this landing page. After we qualify them, we basically get their email information. I get all these emails. I've collected a ton of emails from different offers. And even if this person, later on they see this thank you page, and they still need to enter their email on this offer, whatever this offer is. In this case, it's a single opt-in, but other times they need to fill out like several pages. There are all kinds of offers. So there's still not a guarantee that they're actually gonna go through the process and fill out everything they need to fill out. So but the good part of that is that we've gotten their email address, so we can possibly sell them something else down the road, right? We can sell them another CPA offer, maybe another home improvement offer, or another offer for people that have their own homes or something else. So we have their email address, and this is really the biggest benefit. One of the biggest benefits of having a landing page is that you get their email address. Now, of course, there's a little bit of a trade-off, right? Because when you create a landing page, some people will just stop. You're gonna have people falling off, right? So, for instance, they might land here and they will just decide not to do it. Whereas if they land directly on this landing page, they might just enter their email. So you have that risk. So for me, it's worth the risk because I'm getting these people very cheaply, right? I had my Facebook ads set up, it's doing well and everything like that. So I'm getting like really these people, these clicks to this page for like cents, pennies, right? So I don't really care if a couple of people sign up or some don't. What I really care about is their emails and the fact that I know a landing page will not get me banned on Facebook because Facebook hates affiliate links. They hate people linking directly to the offer. You really need a landing page. A landing page is much better. And so when they go through, and plus we have the quiz, right? You can't just, hey, have a chance to win. No, a quiz qualifies people. It's separate. It really makes them feel like, hey, I answered these questions and they're telling me I have a chance to win, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and try it out. Whereas if they are, you have a chance to win, they're like, oh, this is bullshit because everybody has a chance to win. So qualifications is very nice, and as well as collecting the emails are very nice, right? So according to this diagram, we have an email opt-in. So we basically have a landing page that works like this. Okay, we have the quiz. And then we have the email opt-in. Now, this is what I prefer for a lot of products that I do. This is definitely what I prefer. But you don't really need the email opt-in, right? You can remove it. You can have the quiz, and sometimes you don't even need the quiz, right? I mean, quiz is only applicable for mostly these kinds of offers, right? And maybe I'll make another video when you should use a quiz and when not. But the short answer is, you should use a quiz. It's highly recommended to use a quiz when you're trying to qualify the person. When you're telling them something that's hard to believe, it's too good to be true, right? It's too good to be true. The quiz helps you to kind of get over those barriers, right? Because if I see like, hey, here's sign up, give me your email and your address and your phone number, and here's a chance to win 150,000. I'm probably not gonna do it, right? Because I'm gonna think this is BS. They just need my email so they could spam me. A lot of people are thinking that. But if you show them the quiz, they're gonna be much more likely to go through the process because they're like, hey, wait a second, I got these answers right, even though we all know that the answers are the same. We don't really care what's right or there's no right or wrong answers. It's about the process. So this quiz component, you can only do it through a landing page. You can't redirect them directly, right? Because there's no quiz if you send them there. And so quiz is very important. Email opt-in also very important, right? Email opt-in, both are very important, right? Because once I have the email, I can say, hey, I don't really know. I don't really know if they signed up to the offer because, I guess I can kind of track it using cookies and all that, but I don't really care if they signed up or not because like in a couple of days I can say, hey, here's another product. Here's some, you need paint for your home. Here's a really good deal. Or you need remodeling done. Here's a really good, person in your area or something like that. Because I know, I can probably figure out where they're located from the IP address. So there's a lot of interesting things you can do, right? And this is a landing page. Now I can remove these components and just have a landing page, right? So I can basically have like a thank you page, right? Redirect them to this thank you page. And then say click, and that's what a lot of people do, right? And this is still better than to not have this. Having this is much better than not having this. So this is very important. So this is why landing pages are very important. Now the next part I want to talk about is how to create a landing page. Now there are multiple ways of creating a landing page. There's free tools, paid tools. There's ClickFunnels that you're all familiar with, and I do use ClickFunnels every now and then. But typically for this kind of project, I use a tool called Thrive Architect, which is part of the whole Thrive Themes package, and it makes creating landing pages very simple. Because, for instance, this page, right? If I go, this page was created with Thrive Architect. So here we go. We have an image here. We have some text. and we have a button, right? So you can customize all of that. That's really the beauty of using kind of a page builder, right? You can also use something called it's called Elementor, I believe. Elementor is a very popular page builder. There's Builderall. There's all kinds of page builders, and I might actually review one of them later on as time allows. But typically, I use something called the Thrive Builder. And what I like about Thrive Builder is that not only can you create landing pages, right? You can also create quizzes. So, for instance, I have a quiz here that I created using Thrive Quiz Builder, which is another product I have. And what we have here is a quiz, right? We have basically 3 quizzes. Okay, 3 quizzes. And as you can see, 4 started, 2 finished. This one I'm testing. And then this one was part of a campaign, right? 270 started, 216 finished, right? So what is that? What percentage of that? That's 80%, 80% completion. So I will take that. So there you are, you can actually see the numbers, right? So, and then we have another CPA offer, and this has no squeeze page, so this doesn't collect emails, and this collects emails. And we have 178 started, 136 finished. So let's see, 136 divided by 78, we have 76%. So it's very similar, right? And we could A/B and test them and all this. And this little quiz I used for just demo making videos, because it's only 4 started, 2 finished, right? So this has 108 subscribers. We can edit this quiz, and we have some quiz settings, the style, social badge, we don't really care about that. And then we have the quiz structure. We have the splash page, which is the actual landing page. We have 3 questions. We have the opt-in gate, and this is where this is an opt-in form where they basically need to enter their email and address, and then we have a URL redirect. Okay, so it's all very nicely done, and all these tools pretty much do something very similar. So if we go and manage the actual quiz, we can actually, so in this area we have page impressions, conversions. So what we can do is we can click on manage here, and we can take a look. We can basically look how our quiz is designed. This is really nice. This kind of this designer here, right? Is that we can basically copy. We can make a copy of this question, rename it. We can edit the answers. We can edit the flow. All of this. We have a navigator, a little navigator here that shows us, if we have something bigger, right? If we have a really big quiz, this navigator gives us like 30,000 feet. Bird's eye view, if you may. And then we can add new questions. We can add, we have 3 questions and all this. We can edit this question, and it has this nice little editor here. So this makes it, really makes it nice. And obviously you could customize it like as much as you want, right? You could customize the UI. You could change the color. So I have some like this is the first quiz I'm using. This is dark quiz. Gray, orange quiz, and so I just opted for the simplest one possible, right? Because I don't want to confuse the person too much, right? I don't want to have all these like flashy colors. One thing that I would change is I would basically change the colors to basically the colors here, so that the ad is gonna have these kind of colors. The landing page is gonna have this kind of color scheme, and then when they lead to the offer page, they're obviously going to be, facing, they're going to see this offer page, and that's going to have these colors too. And so that's really how it's done. We have, quiz settings. We have, let's see, quiz settings. After the visitor has responded to the question, what should happen? Load next question, highlight correct answer, highlight and provide feedback. We don't care about feedback. There's no correct answer. We just want to load the next question. And this is going to be the case 100% or 99% of your CPA campaigns, right? Pretty much 100%. All of your campaigns are going to use these types of quizzes, if they're going to use any quiz at all. And then once we finish doing this quiz, what we get is the short code. We can copy that short code. Then I have my pages here. And then what I can do is I can go and basically edit the page and copy and paste the short code, okay? And actually this is using Thrive Architect. Let's click here. And that should be using our short code. So if I click, as you can see, it's using the short code. And that's all you have to do. You should just copy and paste the short code. And that's how it's done pretty much using a lot of these editors. Like ClickFunnels is very simple to do. I think it has, you know, quizzes built in, so you don't really need to work a lot. But you should definitely put in a quiz. You should definitely, you know, create a quiz and create a landing page and all that. But you shouldn't really, you know, you don't really need to kind of muck and fuss with the technical details, because it's all created and done for you. And then once I create the quiz, all I need to do is create a page. I want that page to be empty with no sidebars, no menus, nothing like that. And I copy and paste the this little shortcode here, and that's like its ID of the quiz and all that. And that's all I do. And then when I click here, it basically shows me this quiz that I designed. I could start quiz, and I could start going through the process. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things you can customize, colors. You can customize a ton of stuff, right? So if we edit, if we load up, this editor here, customizing thing, you will be able to see the things that we can customize there. So as you can see, now we're in the editor, and you could customize position, and then you can also customize this text inside the quiz builder component. So all of this is completely customized. You can also preview it. You can look at it, how it looks on the tablet, on the phone, right? Because a lot of it is going to be mobile traffic, or on Facebook especially, depending on what you're targeting. So you want to make sure it looks good on mobile. And that's how we create a quiz. So I'm basically collecting their emails. I'm collecting their collecting their emails. I'm qualifying them, and I'm pre-selling them, right? Pre-selling is very important. Nobody talks about pre-selling, but marketing and pre-selling is very important in marketing. And so, and what else do we have? So last but not least, I told you we're gonna have a bonus. And the bonus is that when you have a landing page, you could optimize for a certain event. And that's important with Facebook, or it's also important with pretty much a lot of these advertising platforms like Google Ads, Bing Ads, Facebook Ads. You can optimize for a certain event, and that is much better than just sending in traffic. Now, I made an entire video on how to optimize, using Facebook conversion ads with CPA offers, with MaxBounty or other CPA networks. So you will be able to see that either in the description below or up above. So you definitely should check out the video. But really quick is that the way Facebook works is you can essentially optimize the entire flow of this kind of process, right? So typically when people are sending when you create a campaign in Facebook, you have a campaign and then you have various ad sets below that campaign. And at the campaign level, you basically specify, do you want to optimize for conversion, leads, traffic, brand awareness, and all this stuff. Now, a lot of videos you see on Facebook, a lot of gurus, they tell you to optimize for traffic. Now, what traffic does, it basically tells Facebook, like, I don't really care about people, people buying anything or clicking links or entering their emails or making money from me. I don't really care about all that. All I want you to go out and find me people that will click on my Facebook ad. And that's the traffic objective, right? It's basically sending traffic. So it's basically, it's going to go out and find people that are just, seeing the ad and clicking on the ad. And that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it. It's not, Facebook doesn't really care what happens later on. But the power of Facebook, and this is why a landing page is very useful, is that you can optimize for, I can optimize for people who completed the quiz, people who submitted the email, and then I can also optimize for people who clicked on the link on the thank you page and actually clicked on the offer. That's really powerful, because now Facebook can send me 100 people and see that, okay, let's say 50 of those people clicked on this link, and Facebook is going to know about it because we're sending this data back to Facebook in terms of like a Facebook pixel fire, that's called. And you could definitely watch the entire video. I'm just kind of summarizing. I definitely go into great detail in the other video. But essentially what happens is Facebook is optimizing for people that took a certain event. And in this case, people who clicked on that link to go to the offer. So basically, if I set it up correctly, Facebook is going to optimize for these people, right? So if I go here, thank you page, and I have this event here, every time somebody clicks on this, Facebook is going to go out and find me more people that are chances are going to click on this event. And that happens. Facebook is learning, right? It's learning what people are doing. And because Facebook knows a lot about all these people, people that are using Facebook, like me and you, but also people that are, visiting and checking out independent websites. Because you have the Facebook pixel installed there, you have Facebook comments, you have the Facebook like button. All of these are basically trackers, and they send data back to Facebook, and Facebook can figure out what's going on. Facebook understands that, hey, this guy's visiting a site about BMWs, or this guy's visiting a site about cooking, and Facebook can create this interest. Right, they can create this interest and figure out what people are doing, and that is why it knows so much information about everybody. And that way, you could send like 50 people, and 25 of them click on this link. Facebook is going to go out and find you many more of these kinds of people that there's a high chance they're going to click on this link, and it's constantly learning and learning and learning as you're running ads. This is very, very powerful. This is extremely powerful, and what I'm doing a lot of the times is I'm basically optimizing for this link click event. I'm basically telling Facebook, hey, Facebook, I don't really care about traffic. What I really care about is people actually finishing the quiz, entering their email, and clicking to continue to the offer. That's what I'm telling Facebook. Now, of course, there's no guarantee that the people who clicked on this link will actually go ahead and fill out the form, and I will get the CPA reward, the bounty, and all that. But nevertheless, it's very, very powerful because at least I'm not optimizing just for traffic, because traffic is like useless. It's like I could be sitting there and clicking on your ad all day, and that's, well, obviously it's not going to count, double clicks and all that, but I can tell, 10 people to just click on your ad, and Facebook is like, okay, that's what you do. You basically tell Facebook what you want, and that's called the conversion objective. Like, what are we doing? What are we optimizing for? What is important to you? And for me, traffic is, well, it's important, but it's a lot more important than that the person actually clicks and goes to the offer and actually does fills out whatever they need to do and fills out the form, and I get my bounty. So this is the bonus benefit of a landing page. You cannot do this if you don't have a landing page. The only thing you can do is optimize for traffic. So this is super, super important, is that when you can actually optimize for, this is called, you have a funnel basically, and this is the top of the funnel, this is the bottom of the funnel, because the funnel is designed like this, right? I mean, if you think about it, this is a shape of a funnel, okay? And then we have, we have the top of the funnel, right? We have the top of the funnel, which is the beginning of the user's journey, and then we have the bottom of the funnel, which is the end of the user's journey. And the reason it's in this triangle shape is because a lot of people may start out here, maybe 100 people, and maybe only 9 or 5 convert, like 5% ratio, or maybe 10 convert, depending on so many other factors. And that is why when you are optimizing, when you tell Facebook, hey, I just care about traffic, you're basically optimizing for the top of the funnel, and that's simple. But I tell Facebook, hey, I want people who click, and I'm optimizing in the middle. I'm not optimizing for the purchase because I can't, because I don't have access to the merchant's website, but I can optimize for stuff that I have access to, which is chiefly this landing page that's residing on my server. So that are the benefits, right? So actually there's a ton of benefits, right? Number one is you're pre-selling. Number two is that you have a quiz. So you're qualifying the person, qualifying the lead. Number three, you're collecting emails. And then number four, you are able to optimize for an event closer to the bottom of the funnel, which is very, very powerful, especially combined with Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, all of these things that you can optimize for a certain objective, which is extremely powerful. And that is why, in my opinion, you should create landing pages. And obviously there's a lot of tools for doing them. I'm probably going to do another video on different tools that you can use. I know ClickFunnels is really, really well. I use ClickFunnels for some of my projects, but for this particular offer, I'm using another tool, and perhaps I will review maybe Builderall or Elementor or something like that. But regardless which tool you use, you can basically hand code it yourself. You don't, you could skip a tool and just use it yourself. It's very, very important. Funnels are the key. And you can do that using a landing page, right? Quizzes, getting their email so we can sell them other stuff, and finally tracking an event so we can optimize for that event. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you today. Kind of a little like a quick walkthrough of a landing page, what it's used for, how to create it, why a quiz is important, why collecting emails is important, and the bonus is the optimizing for this click event. And so I hope you found this video useful. If you like the content in this video, definitely click the like button. It really helps to kind of recommend this channel to others who might find it useful. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. I will be glad to help you out. And definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be making a ton of videos about CPA marketing, Facebook ads, dropshipping, all kinds of stuff that I've been doing for a while now. And I'm gonna teach you what's working, what's not working. And so hopefully you can subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be making more videos and you will get notifications when the new videos come out. Definitely click the notification bell. And thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you real soon.